Welcome to another lesson where we talk about money. Okay, so in this case, you're going to do something with money. Okay, the first thing is corporate bills. Okay, we're going to talk about corporate bills and we're going to talk about higher purchase. Okay, so in this case, we're going to learn about total bills, how to find total bills, and we're going to include taxes and service charges in our corporate bills. Okay, corporate bills, and we're going to learn what are they. Then the other thing, we're going to learn about higher purchase, where we're going to talk about cash price, deposit, monthly installments, and total cost. Okay, make sure you subscribe and watch this video so that you get an idea on hire purchase and how to deal with corporate bills. Let's talk about corporate bills. Okay, so we can say that this is the money needed. This is the money needed for an organization to run. Okay, so let's talk about an organization like a small company or even a school or even a government organization. Okay, they are what we call corporate bills. Okay, so these corporate bills they include costs like let's say the first thing, let's say rent, and the other thing is electricity, water. Okay, so corporate bills contains all of this. Okay, so the first thing, what we have to do is we just have to calculate the total money needed, the money of the bill, how much is it, and when it is paid, how much is paid. Okay, this is what we say, and it can go on and on. The list can go on, and the money which is used to pay employees, the money for maintenance, and so on and so on. Okay, so that is called what we call corporate bills. Okay, then the other thing is taxes and service charges. Okay, so a tax is a rate, okay, a certain rate which is expressed as a percentage which is paid to the government for operation, and it is the same as service charges. Okay, this is rate. This rate is 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 worked out on the total money. Okay, corporate bills. Okay, so let's say you have used money X dollars for your company. Okay, then this rate is is multiplied on this money. Let's say in this case, let's say it's y percent. Okay, so we're going to multiply here, and after multiplying here, we're going to add it to this money. Okay, so your answer becomes let's say this is the tax. Then we are going to say this tax. Okay, so to find the money, the total money you're going to pay is because it's going to become the total money on this. Okay, so let's say it is to total bill. Okay, so it becomes the total bill plus tax. We're going to do an example on this. Let's go on and look at the next concept, which is hire purchase. So let's learn what is hire purchase. Okay, so it is buying goods by paying a deposit. Okay, so let's say you want to buy a good a product, which let's say it is a huge product. Let's say, for example, it's a car. You want to buy a car. Okay, you're going to pay a certain amount. Okay, say for a cost of a car, let's say it is 50,000. Okay, you are going to say to pay a certain money. Okay, so let's say in this case you're going to pay 10,000. Okay, then after paying 10,000 for this car, you're going to buy then a monthly installment. Okay, so you're going to be paying that car every month in short until you reach this price. Okay, or even exceed this price. Okay, so this is what we call hire purchase. Okay, so you're going to buy a good for a less money, then start to pay few money until you get to the required money. Okay, so this is it. Okay, so the important terms we have to remember in this, the first thing is the cash price. Okay, so this is the price paid if you to pay this money immediately. Let's say in this case, is 50,000. The car costs 50,000. Okay, so this is what we call the cash price. Okay, so this is the price you are going to pay if you are going to pay immediately without paying installments. Okay, this is what we call cash price. And the other thing is the deposit. This is the money you are going to initially pay. Okay, it is usually less than the cash price. It is very less. Okay, it is usually a percentage. It is expressed as a percentage of this cash price. Okay, so you're going to pay this money at first before we want to get your car. You pay that money. Okay, then you start to pay monthly installment. Okay, so the money you first pay initial. Okay, that is what we call deposit. Then installments. Okay, this is the money you are going to pay monthly. Okay, you're going to pay this month, the next month. This is what we call installment. Okay, then the other thing is the number of months. Okay, so we're going to look of how many months are you going to pay that. Okay? So this is how many months are you going to continue paying. Okay, so that was that. Okay. Okay, so now let's go on to the next concept where we are going to look how do we calculate this hire purchase. I've talked about four things. The first thing is a cash price. Okay, so this is the money you're going to pay at first. Okay, then I've talked about deposit. Okay, so deposit is the money you are going to deposit at first before getting your product. The money you're going to deposit first. Okay, then the other thing is the monthly installment. Okay, so this is the money you're going to pay monthly. Okay. Then the other thing is the time. Okay. So this is the duration you're going to be paying this money. Okay. So this let's say it is represented by C. Then deposit is represented by D. The monthly installment is represented by I, and the time is represented by T. Okay. So to calculate the price of the car, buy it on hire purchase. Okay. This is the new way of buying. Okay. You don't just buy with all the money at first. It is usually used on more expensive product. Okay, you don't usually buy all of it at first. Okay, so let's see how what money do you buy. This cash price is what you buy if you want to buy immediately. But if you are to use higher purchase, you are going to pay more. Okay, so let's see how do we do this. Okay, so the first thing is to calculate the money you are going to pay. Okay, so let's say it is called payable amount. Okay, so this is what you call payable amount. Okay, so the way you calculate it is you just say the deposit plus the monthly installment multiplied by the time. Okay, so this is it. You just have to say the deposit plus monthly installment times the time. Okay, so this is how you work out the higher purchase price. Okay, so this is what we call higher purchase price. Okay, this is the new price you are going to pay. It is usually more than the cash price. Okay, so please make sure you grab this formula so that you can use it in the next when we are going to do our example. Let's take a look at this example. Okay, this is the example on corporate bills. Okay, so let's take a look how to tackle it. Okay, so a company, okay, this is usually a small company. A company pays for following bills in a month. Okay, so the first thing is the rent bill, which is $300. Then electricity, which is $90. Internet, which is $45. Water, which is $60. Telephone, it is $30. Okay, so this is a company. It is a small company. Okay, so let's take a look at how do we calculate. The first thing is to calculate the total bill. Okay, so to calculate the total bill, our duty is just to add this. Okay, so we're going to say 300 plus 90 plus 45 plus 60 plus 30. Okay, so in this case, we're going to get 300 plus 90, 390, 390 plus 45, it becomes 435. 435 plus 60 is going to become 495, and 495 plus 30 is going to become 525. Okay, so this means that we're going to get our total bill as $525. Okay, so this is our total bill. Okay, now after that, we just have to we have finished our question A, our question one. Okay, this is question one. Okay, now let's go on to the question two. The question two is saying that value VAT means that value added tax. Okay, this is a tax. Okay, VAT at 15% of the total bill. Okay, so we're going to calculate value added tax. Okay, so to calculate value added tax, we're going to say 15%, 15 of 100 times this one, 525. Okay, so we're going to work out this. So in this case, we're going to get our value added tax is $78.75. Okay, so 78.75. Okay, now is to find the total amount payable including value added tax. Okay, so to find the total, you just have to add the total bill plus the value added tax. Okay, so total payable is equals to, we're going to say total bill plus the value added tax. Okay, so in this case, we're going to get 525 plus 78.75. Okay, so adding this, we're going to get our answer is $603.75. Okay, so this is going to become our payable bill. Okay, so that is what we do. It is just addition and the multiplication here. It's very easy. First thing to calculate the total expense. Next thing is 15% of the total expense. Then the third thing is just to add them. Okay, so that was that on corporate bills. Let's go on and look at a question on hire purchase. This is our next example on hire purchase. Okay, so this is an example on hire purchase. Okay, so it is saying that a photocopier has a cash price of 240. Okay, so this is the cash price. If you have cash now, you can buy it at 240. A shop offers it on hire purchase. Okay, and hire purchase, you are going to pay a deposit and you are going to pay monthly payments. Okay, with a 20% deposit. Okay, so this means that you are going to pay 20% first, then you are going to pay a certain month. Okay, then it is a 12 months. Okay, so this means that you are going to continue paying for 12 months, and you are going to be paying $19 per month. Okay, so here we have all we want. The first thing you are asked to calculate is calculate the deposit. Okay, so to calculate the deposit, we know that 20%. Okay, it is 20% deposit. Okay, so we are just going to calculate 20% of 240. Okay, so to calculate the 20% of 240, we're going to say 20 over 100 multiplied by 240. Okay, so we cancel out the zeros here. Then you multiply, you're going to get that our deposit is $48. Okay, so this means that you are going to pay $40 first. Okay, after paying $40, the next thing is saying that calculate the total higher purchase cost. Okay, so let's see how much you are going to pay if you are to pay $19 per month after paying $48. Okay, let's see. Okay, so our big question is saying that calculate the HP cost. Okay, so to find the HP cost, I say that so you say the first thing you say deposit, then you say plus. Okay. After plus, you're going to say installment, the monthly installment, the money you're going to pay monthly multiplied by the time. Okay. So multiplied by the time. Okay. In this case, our time is 12 months. Okay. So this means that you're going to get a deposit. Deposit is $48. Then plus, okay, our installment, okay, our installment is $19 and our time is at 12. Okay, so let's work out and find out how much is this 276. Okay, so this is money we are going to pay if we choose hire purchase, but if you choose cash, we are going just to pay this one. Okay, so now our next question is saying that how much more is paid compared to hire purchase. Okay, so to find how much more, let's just use this variable more. Okay, so we're going to say more is equals to, we're just going to say 276. Okay, the money you are going to use on hire purchase, and you're going to subtract the money you're going to use for cash price. Okay, so this in this case is $240. Okay, so after that you're just going to subtract, and you're going to see that you're going to pay $36 more. Okay, so this means that a hire purchase is expensive, and in this case it is very, very expensive. Okay, so now this is it on hire purchase. Sometimes they can use somewhere how much percentage more, how much. Okay, so make sure you master that and make sure you follow, because we're going to do more questions on these questions which are very tricky. Okay, so please make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss the next part of the lecture. Okay, so please, thank you for watching.